G'day and welcome to another episode of Let's Have a Smoke and Think About It. Today I'm going to be playing with some computers. We'll keep you up to date and I'll start it about now. Okay, so what we've got here is the T60 and the T61. The T60 has 4GB of RAM that I want to put into the 61. I'm hoping that it's going to be compatible. So let's get into it. I've already taken the battery out and I have a little container to put all my screws in. And I've got kids' TV on in the background, which is always fun. Now I'm just trying to recall if I have to take the keyboard out, which is probably going to have to. Pretty sure I have to. Nope, not that one. No, so I'm not sure if you can see them. No, you can't. On the back of them, they've got these little symbols. It's RAM, microchips, keyboard, and I'd say RAM. But you undo those few screws in each of those spots, wherever it's got those pictures. And look, sidetrack, there's the kitten. I'm in the kitchen doing this. Undo each of those screws, and that way you don't have to undo all of them. Kitten, get out from under my feet. Now, not all of these screws are going to be the same. And because I can't get that one, I'm going to be cheeky. So my little screwdriver is not magnetic, but the big one is. This worked for me last time I took some screws out, but it doesn't seem to be working this time. So, let's try something else. Let's try putting a magnet on the screwdriver. That magnet's not strong enough, so let's try a different one. That should help. There we go. Now these screws aren't all the same. Don't put it near the hard drive. And in saying that, these two are going to be the same. Okay, they are the same. But don't try not to mix up the screws, just in case they are slightly different. Where else? No. Okay. So now it's. Oh, when I say T60 and 61, there's an IBM ThinkPad. Ah, kitten! Stop clawing my foot. That takes that part out. That's the. Oh, look at that! I don't actually have to take the keyboard off. It's just the mouse pad. That's the memory card I want to take out. Kitten, let my foot go. So let's just put that back. Move that out of the way. I have a different container for the screws on the 61. And again, it's the same 5 screws. Might actually be even less. Not sure at this point. No, Yeah, might only be 4 screws. It's only the 4 screws. The 5th is the keyboard and something else. Let's put that one back on there. A bit cheeky. Okay. Yes, this one's all kind of old and beat up and dirty, but right. And in saying that, I think I'm going to take that other screw out anyway, just in case. I can't remember where I got this screwdriver from. I've got tools from everywhere. I obviously didn't clip the keyboard down properly in the other one. Now this isn't my first 61. I actually have a parts thing out in the shed. Parts computer out in the shed. But we've recently updated this one, the Windows version on this one, so that I can use my editing software. Yes, I'm still going on about that editing. There we go. Take the touchpad off that. So I don't see why this wouldn't work with that 4 gig. Hopefully I'm still in shot. Let's have a look. Yes, just. That's 1 and that should be a 2. Yeah, 2 gig. So I could have left that 2 gig in there, but I want to put these 2 back in because I know they work as a pair. When you're putting the RAMs in, when you're putting RAM cards in, even in large the normal computers, don't force it. If you have to force it, you're doing something wrong. It just slips in, nice and gentle. So I've got looking at both the RAM and the phone. Slips in and then pushes down. So if you have to force it, you're doing something wrong. Okay? So now we'll put this one back together. Put the touchpad back on it. Oh, touchpad and biometric sensor. I was really quite excited to see that the update that I made for this one had that biometric sensor, fingerprint scanner. That's all put down. The only thing that doesn't work on this computer is the Q button. It does work, but just not properly, not all the time. It was running Windows 8.1 with, it's only a core 2, a dual core, but dual core with 3 gig of RAM, and it was running the software better, but not 100%. So my hope is, by upgrading it to the 4 gig of RAM, that's going to work better again. Now, some electronics I don't use. I do have cordless drill with a tip small enough, but on the electronics, because you can't feel when it's tight, and the number one first position on the chuck is more than likely going to over tighten it and pull it all apart, which you don't want. So that's my 5 screws put back in. Let's go and grab the battery. Now you might ask why I didn't just upgrade the T60 to the Windows version on the T60. is because the battery on that's kaput and I can't swap it from the 61. That's the battery for the T60, which is, they're huge batteries, but it's not charging up, and I can't swap it with that one because of this little lump. So yeah, that's why. Come on. And now that I'm at this spot, trying to get the battery back in. Okay. Let's see if we're going to boot up now. Oh. Let's just hit that button and try and get you to focus on the screen. It's thinking about it. It's not sure. Oh, come on, please. Okay. Let's see. Installed memory 4 GB. Awesome. So it recognises the cards. Still going to think about it for a while because I've got it unplugged. Oh yeah, really exciting watching a black screen. Oh, and the keyboard's not sitting down properly, but you can't see that at the moment. And because I've unplugged it, I'll probably have to type in the password rather than just using my fingerprint scanner. Oh. Well, while that one's loading, I might put this one back together. Put the 3D right back in here. And of course, now that one's decided it's going to go to the next screen. No, it isn't. These are DDR3 RAM cards. There's also DDR3L, which is a low power mode. Sorry if I get my head in the way. Can you even see what I'm doing? Yes, let's turn you around a little bit. Okay, I must have broken the clips on that one. Let's just see if I can go to sign in. Oh, look at that. It worked. Okay, so these 5 screws are actually the same. But just when you're pulling things apart, just be careful. Trying not to mix them up because they might not be the same. Like this one's sitting real high. There might be slightly different threads, there might be slightly different thicknesses or lengths. Okay, so where's my... Trying to do 2 things at once, which is not always conducive to a good environment, I suppose. Because now I've forgotten whether I've done them all up. I used to use this screwdriver, but that's actually my favourite screwdriver, but the tip... Focus? Can you focus? No, you're not going to focus for me. There's too much else going on. The tip is extremely... The tip's very worn down. whereas this one, not quite my favourite. Yep, there we go. Not quite my favourite, but well, you might be able to see that tip now. I'm working around it. There you go, you can see the tip in this one. It's got a big step in it, so it no longer works for the small screws, whereas this one does. And it's starting to do the same thing. Okay, let's put the battery back in this one. Lock it. This one I've had on charge for a couple of days, and the only thing it does is the battery symbol flashes. I've tried. Is it going to work for me today? No. Well, maybe. I'm going to go and put that one back on charge. Okay, so I think that's the battery telling me it's flat. Okay. I shall leave it there and come back if I have anything more to put on. Cheers. And there we have it. Managed to get most of what I wanted done today. Some more exciting news coming up in the next video, which I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I might put this video up before anything else. Anyway, thank you for watching and commenting. Please subscribe, it will help me out in the future. Currently don't earn anything off this video, off this channel at the moment, but hopefully in the future I will get there. And because I need, according to YouTube, you need minimum of 4,000 watch hours with 1,000 subscribers or something like that, and I've got 2, maybe 3. We'll see how this goes. I am only new to this, so I am still learning, and I do have to do some research on how to up my subscriber count and my watch count and all of that sort of stuff. But anyway, that's for me to work out, and hopefully you guys can share this video, and it's almost like a tutorial with the RAM being put into place and all of that. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day and have enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and comment if you want to, share the video, and if you're not yet a member, subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Thanks very much.